There is an ancestral secret that modern cities have completely forgotten, but the Virgin Mary wants to remind us of in these times of total darkness. Listen carefully, because what you are about to discover is not just a simple tradition, but a spiritual barrier you must raise this very day. If you feel that peace has escaped your home, that arguments never cease, or that a heavy energy is blocking your paths, this message is for you. It is no coincidence that this video reached your screen right before this crucial week comes to an end for everyone around the world. There is a specific plant charged with divine blessings that acts as a shield against the snares that try to cross your front door's threshold. Do not ignore this call, because the time for protection has arrived and heaven is giving you the necessary tools to defend your entire family. Stay with me, because today you will learn exactly what to place at your entrance so that divine light floods every corner of your house. You deserve a sanctuary where you can finally rest and feel that God's presence is guarding every single person you love dearly. Imagine for a moment that your home is a true sanctuary, a place where evil has no permission to enter and where harmony reigns supreme. Unfortunately, the outside world is full of negative influences that we unconsciously allow to enter through the front door every time we return home. The Virgin, in her infinite mercy, has revealed through the centuries that nature is an extension of her love and care for all her children. There is an urgent revelation I must share with you about the events that are about to happen and how faith manifests through sacred elements. This is not about superstition. It is about a deep connection between God's creation and the spiritual security that we all urgently need right now. In the next few minutes, you will understand why the ancient saints gave such importance to what grew near the entrances of Christian homes. This promise is clear. If you act with faith and follow these instructions, you will see how the atmosphere of your house transforms radically. You will feel a weight being lifted from your shoulders as soon as you establish this sacred boundary at your main entrance. The urgency of this message lies in the fact that the signs from heaven are becoming more evident, and we cannot afford to be unprotected. Many people walk through life without any spiritual protection, leaving their doors wide open to envy, financial blocks, and illnesses with no physical cause. Today we are going to break those chains using the knowledge that the Marian tradition has preserved for the most faithful and attentive children of God. This video will not only give you information, but will provide a practical guide so that before the weekends, your door becomes a seal. I am not looking for likes right now. My only wish is for you to absorb every word of this revelation so your soul finds rest. We are living in moments where every decision counts, and choosing divine protection is the best investment you can make for your loved ones today. Get ready to know the plant that will change your perception of spiritual security and will bring you a peace that surpasses all human understanding. This is your moment to claim the peace that was stolen from you by the chaos of the world and its constant spiritual battles. To understand the power of what you must put on your door, we must look back at a shocking testimony of the Virgin Mary's presence. Decades ago, in a small village hit by despair, a Marian apparition changed the fate of hundreds of families who were about to lose everything. The Virgin did not only bring words of comfort, but specific instructions on how to consecrate their homes using the elements that the earth gave. Those who obeyed and placed the green symbol on their doors saw how plagues and violence passed them by without touching their humble abodes. It is a documented historical account that teaches us that obedience to heaven's advice is our greatest guarantee of spiritual and physical survival. This story is the foundation of what I will teach you today, proving that the sacred and the natural have always walked hand in hand. It is not a theory, it is a fact that has been proven by the faith of thousands of believers throughout the history of the Church. When we align ourselves with the rhythm of creation, we find a level of protection that no man-made security system can ever provide. The Virgin teaches us that every plant has a spiritual signature, a purpose designed by the Creator to assist humanity in this earthly journey. What you will place on your door before the weekends is not a random choice, but a response to the vibrations of these times. The account of that miracle in the village shows us that heaven communicates through the simple things that are within our reach at all times. That community was protected because they understood that the threshold of the house is the contact point between our private world and outside chaos. By marking that threshold with the sacred plant, we are declaring that this territory belongs to the light and that no shadow can prevail here. This historical connection gives us the authority to apply the same principle today, with the certainty that we will be heard and protected by God. Stay tuned, because the details of this account contain the exact key so that the ritual you perform this week is truly effective and strong. You are about to become the guardian of your own home's light by using the simple gifts that have been hidden in plain sight. We are reaching a turning point in this video, and I want you to feel the importance of what you are hearing at this precise moment. The plant I will reveal to you has the capacity to filter out not only the negative, but to attract the blessings that were withheld. There is a profound reason why certain elements of nature react to human intention and prayer when they are used with a pure heart. Do not leave, because the most intense part of the prophecy and the explanation of how to prepare this shield are about to begin right now. I have deeply researched every apparition where these heavenly remedies are mentioned to give you only the pure truth without any human filters. What you will see next is the main development of the prophecy that connects your door with the security of the kingdom of heaven. Prepare yourself, because your perception of nature and spiritual protection is about to rise to a level that you never imagined possible before. The light is already beginning to shine upon your path as you open your mind to these ancient and powerful truths of our faith. As we move forward, remember that the goal of this video is to empower your faith and give you peace in the midst of turmoil. Everything we are discussing is leading toward a powerful final prayer that will seal your home under the protection of the Holy Mother. Each paragraph you hear is preparing your spirit to receive the blessing that will be released at the very end of our spiritual journey. The plant is the physical sign, but your belief and your heart's intention are what truly activate the power behind this sacred tradition today. You have been chosen to receive this message because your home is destined to be a place of refuge for the light in your neighborhood. Do not let this week pass without taking action, for the window of opportunity for this specific blessing is closing very soon for everyone. Keep your heart open and your mind focused on the image of your front door being bathed in a brilliant and protective white light. We are about to dive into the core of the prophecy, explaining exactly how this sacred plant will guard your family from every hidden danger. As we move deeper into this sacred knowledge, it is vital that your spirit remains completely receptive to what I am about to reveal. The world is changing rapidly, and the protections that used to work in the past often feel insufficient against today's spiritual challenges. This is why heaven provides us with renewed tools, drawing from nature the strength necessary to maintain our mental peace and family harmony. Many times you might feel that despite your constant prayers, something is still preventing you from moving forward or keeping a cloud over your home. That feeling is not a product of your imagination. It is a clear sign that a deep spiritual cleansing and a seal are needed. What you are going to place on your door before this week ends will be the first step toward a total transformation you will notice. Do not underestimate the power of simple things, for it is there where God usually hides His greatest miracles for those who have eyes. Your home deserves to be a place where only the frequencies of love and divine protection are allowed to resonate and expand freely. Many of you feel identified with this search and have asked how to integrate these sacred practices without making any technical mistakes. It is important to understand that the threshold of your house is the most sensitive area of your entire property in the spiritual realm. This is the exact point where the energy of the world meets your private sanctuary, making it the most vulnerable spot for negative entry. The Virgin Mary has warned us that our homes must be the refuge where the enemy finds no cracks to cause division or fear. The plant you will place at your entrance acts as a spiritual catalyst, transmuting any negative intention before it can reach your loved ones. It is said that, in the final times, the homes of the faithful will be recognizable by the purity and peace of their atmosphere. This revelation urges us to be proactive and not wait for problems to knock on our door before seeking a divine solution today. By putting this sacred element on your door now, you are sending a clear message to the spiritual universe about your divine protection. To help you understand the importance of this action, I want to share a short parable that illustrates the weight of our thresholds. There was once a gardener who carefully tended to the inside of his garden, but left the main gate open without any protective plants. Over time, the wind brought weed seeds and small animals began to devour the most beautiful flowers that the gardener loved so dearly. He did not understand how, if he prayed and worked inside, the disaster kept happening until a wise elder pointed at the entrance. The elder told him that it is useless to clean the interior if you do not place a guardian at the gate to filter the wind. Our spiritual life is exactly the same. We can pray a lot, but if we do not seal our door, external influences will affect us. This story teaches us that protection must begin at the exact limit where the outside world encounters our own sacred and private space. We must guard the entryways of our lives with the same diligence we use to guard the treasures we keep inside our hearts. The plant we are discussing has properties that science is only beginning to understand, but faith has validated them for many centuries. Its aroma and vibration create a specific frequency that repels low energies and attracts the presence of guardian angels to your home. You must know that there are specific moments to place it, and doing so before this week ends is fundamental for your spiritual alignment. The prophecy indicates that those who act with promptness will receive a special grace of mental clarity to solve very difficult problems. It is not just a decorative object, it is a living testimony of your commitment to the light and your rejection of any darkness. Make sure that when you place it, you do it with a clear intention of love and protection for every person living inside. Visualize how a circle of brilliant white light surrounds your entire property the moment you set the plant at your main entrance. The power of faith combined with the gift of nature is an unstoppable force that nothing in this world can truly overcome. It is important to consider that this plant must be treated with respect, not as a lucky charm, but as a living creation. By putting it on your door, you are establishing an alliance with creation so that it works in your favor and alerts you. Tradition tells us that when the plant dries up suddenly, it is because it has absorbed the negative charge meant for you. In that moment, we must give thanks for its service, remove it with respect, and place a new one to keep the shield active. This wisdom has been passed down through generations among the devotees of the Virgin who have seen miracles of healing and prosperity. By following these ancient counsels, you join a chain of faith that has protected thousands of people throughout the darkest centuries of history. Trust that this simple act has profound repercussions in the invisible plane where the true battles for our inner peace are fought daily. Your obedience to these small signs is what allows the great miracles of God to manifest in the middle of your daily life. As we continue, you will notice that the energy of this message is becoming more intense and focused on your personal liberation and peace. I want you to start thinking about the specific area of your door where you will place this plant to guard your family's future. Everything is being prepared in the spiritual realm so that when you act, the response from heaven is swift and full of grace. Do not let distractions take you away from this moment as we are approaching the part where the specific plant will be revealed. Many people spend their whole lives looking for a security that can only be found when we follow the instructions given by heaven. You have the privilege of receiving this information today, which is a sign of the special love the Virgin Mary has for you. Keep your focus on the promise of a peaceful home, free from the anxieties that plague so many people in the world right now. The shield is being forged as you listen, and soon you will have the key to activate it fully in your own home. We are about to enter the most powerful phase of this video, where I will give you the final details on this consecration. Remember that in a few minutes, we will perform the great prayer that breaks chains and blesses every element you have prepared today. Keep your heart open and your mind ready, because the revelation is reaching its peak of intensity and clarity for all of us here. What you are going to discover in the next part of the video is what many have been waiting for to sleep peacefully. Divine protection is a right of the children of God, and today we are claiming that right with authority and deep humility. Stay with me, because the proof of these miracles and the testimony of those who lived them will give you the strength. We are moving toward the climax of this journey, and I want you to be ready to receive the full blessing of the Mother. Your door is about to become a portal of light that no shadow will ever be able to cross or even approach. At this moment in our journey, it is fundamental that you understand you are not alone in this search for protection and peace. Many people, just like you, once felt that their strength was fading and that shadows were gaining ground in their daily lives. However, the difference between those who succumb to fear and those who live in victory lies in the ability to listen. I am about to reveal what will happen at the very end of this video, and it will change your spirit forever. In exactly 10 minutes, we will perform together the powerful prayer that breaks the chains of oppression and blesses your home. This will be the exact moment when the sacred plant you place at your door receives the spiritual activation to be a shield. I ask you not to leave, because receiving this blessing in community greatly enhances the effect of light upon your family. Shared faith is a fire that consumes any darkness, and today that fire will be lit for you in a very special way. Your patience and your presence here are the first steps toward the miracle that is already manifesting in your living room. To strengthen your faith, I want to share the real testimony of a follower of this channel, whom we will call Mary today. Mary lived in a state of constant anguish, with financial problems that seemed to have no end and health that was failing. She wrote to me in despair, feeling that her house was no longer a refuge but a place where heaviness consumed her daily. Following the instructions I am giving you today, she decided to place the sacred plant at her front door with deep faith. A few days after performing this symbolic and spiritual act, she received a job call that changed her financial situation overnight. But the most important thing was that peace returned to her home. The arguments stopped, and the atmosphere became light and full. Her testimony is living proof that when we open the door to the Virgin, she takes care of expelling everything else. What happened to Mary is not an isolated event. It is the natural result of aligning your home with the laws of heaven. You are listening to this because your story is about to change in the same way, starting with your very own front door. Stories like Mary's are repeated constantly in our community, reminding us that miracles are not things of the past, but present realities. These accounts are the social proof that the knowledge we share here has the power to manifest tangible changes in the world. This is not about magic, it is about applying the divine laws of creation and the intercession of the Blessed Mother in our lives. By listening to these testimonies, your own faith is nourished and prepared to receive the grace destined for you this week. It is possible that you will be the next testimony we share here, inspiring thousands of people to trust in sacred plants. The emotional connection that arises from these experiences unites us as a true spiritual family that supports and protects each other. That is why I ask you to keep your heart open, because the power of the final prayer is getting closer to your reality. You can almost feel the shift in the air as we prepare to seal your household under the mantle of divine protection. The plant you will put on your door is also a symbol of your willingness to serve the Lord and the Virgin today. Every leaf and every aroma is a silent praise that rises from your threshold to the heavens, attracting the Father's mercy. It is important that, while listening to these testimonies, you visualize your own door being sealed with a brilliant golden light. The prophecy tells us that homes having this spiritual seal will be preserved in the moments of greatest confusion yet to come. This is not a time to doubt, but to act with the certainty that we are being guided by a motherly hand that never fails. The proof that this works is in the peace you feel right now as you listen to these words of hope and true safety. Your intuition confirms that you are in the right place at the exact time, receiving the information your soul needed to feel secure. This plant will not only be a physical object, but a living reminder that the Creator watches over your every single step. As we approach the final block, the intensity of the divine presence becomes stronger and more palpable for all of us connected here. It is vital that you prepare your space and ensure that no one interrupts you in the next few minutes of this video. The climax of the revelation is about to arrive, and you must be fully present to absorb the power of the final blessing. You will see how the technical explanation of the plant and the prayer of power merge into a single experience of transformation. Those who have followed this channel for a long time know that we deliver on what we promise, and today it is protection. The sacred plant is the vehicle, but your faith is the engine that will activate the miracle you have been asking for at night. Stay tuned to every word, because the secret of how to prepare the plant so it protects you longer will be revealed very soon. Your consistency and your respect for these traditions are what make you worthy of the extraordinary graces being poured out today. We are only steps away from the final part, where the intensity of this message will reach its peak to seal your commitment. The open loop we started at the beginning is about to close, giving you the piece of the puzzle that was missing for you. This is the moment where the historical accounts, the prophecies, and your personal need for safety all come together in one act. Do not forget that the spiritual energy we are building here is a gift that you must handle with great care and total reverence. Prepare yourself for the prayer that breaks chains, the same one that Mary and so many others used to see God's glory manifested. The sacred plant is already waiting to be called into action at your door, ready to serve as the silent sentinel of your peace. Everything we have discussed so far converges in the final minutes that we are about to live with a devotion that transcends the screen. Keep your spirit high and stay in prayer, because the final delivery of the prophecy and the blessing is almost in your hands. Finally, take a deep breath and realize that the fear that brought you to this video is already starting to lose its grip. You are becoming a beacon of light for your family, a protector who knows how to use the tools heaven has provided. The plant you place before the end of the week will be the physical evidence of this internal shift you are experiencing now. We are moving into the most intense part of our session, where the name of the plant and its specific use will be finalized. I can feel the collective faith of thousands of people joining yours right now, creating a shield that no darkness can ever hope to pierce. Stay focused, stay hopeful, and get ready for the most important minutes of your week, for the heavens are about to move. The Virgin Mary is looking at your home right now, and she is ready to place her mantle over your door as you act. This is the end of the third part, and the bridge to your new life of peace and security is right in front of you. We have finally reached the culminating moment of this encounter, the point where faith meets divine manifestation at your door. The plant you must place on your door before this weekend is rue, but not just any rue. It must be consecrated. This plant has been called the herb of grace since ancient times because of its unique ability to absorb envy and blockages. By placing it at your entrance, you are installing a spiritual filter that only allows light and souls of peace to enter. It is not just a physical act, it is a spiritual decree that resonates in the invisible dimensions, marking your territory for God. The intensity of this moment is real. Feel how the vibration of your home begins to change with your firm intention to act. This is the final part of the prophecy. Whoever seals their door with the herb of grace will see closed paths begin to open. Your home is no longer a target for the world's chaos, but a protected sanctuary under the direct, watchful eye of the Creator. Now, I ask you to find a moment of absolute silence. Breathe deeply and put all your intention into the words we will say. This is the prayer that breaks chains, the one that turns pain into hope and activates the protective shield on your threshold. Holy Mother of God, we seek your protection and we ask you to bless this threshold and the plant we place as a sign of faith. Visualize a pure white light descending from heaven and wrapping around your front door, sealing every crack where darkness once tried to enter. May this sacred plant, created by the Father's hand, be the sentinel that guards our sleep, our health, and our family's prosperity. I feel the heavy burdens falling from your shoulders as you hand over the care of your loved ones to the Virgin Mary's intercession. This prayer is the definitive seal, the contract of peace you sign today with the kingdom of heaven, so nothing disturbs your home. The power of this moment is eternal, and the blessing is now settling into the very foundation of the place where you live. Continue in this attitude of reflection as the words of blessing flow and settle into the walls of your house, purifying every room. We declare that in this home, only the love of Christ reigns, and any energy of discord or lack must retreat before the Mother. It is important that you keep the rue plant alive, caring for it with the same love you have for your own spiritual life and soul. If the plant should dry up, do not fear. Simply thank it for its protection, as it has absorbed an impact meant for you. Today's prayer does not end when the video stops, but becomes a constant frequency that will vibrate at your door day and night. Trust fully that from this instant, there are guardian angels stationed at your entrance, ensuring that only blessings have permission to enter. You have taken the most important step. You have heard the call of heaven and responded with the humility of one who seeks protection. Your house is now a beacon of light, and the shadows that used to haunt your thoughts are being cast out by this divine fire. I want to remind you that the consistency of your faith is what will keep this shield strong and vibrant throughout the coming months. The plant at your door is a living reminder that you are never alone and that heaven always has a rescue plan for the faithful. Do not let the noise of the world outside distract you from the peace you have cultivated in these minutes of prayer and study. Treat your entrance with reverence, keeping it clean and welcoming for the presence of the Holy Spirit and the angels who visit. Every time you cross that threshold, remember the blessing we have shared here today and let that peace fill your heart completely. You are a protector of your home, and through this simple act of obedience, you have secured a future of harmony for your family. The Virgin Mary smiles upon your decision, and her mantle is wide enough to cover every single person who dwells within your walls. This is the peace that the world cannot give, but that God grants freely to those who seek Him with a sincere and open heart. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me until the end of this video and for allowing me into your home today. Your presence here is proof that you are a soul thirsty for God, and therefore, blessings will not be slow to manifest in your life. Do not forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so you do not miss the next revelations the Virgin has prepared for these times. Share this video with those people you know are going through moments of anguish, for you could be God's instrument of peace. May the sacred plant on your door be the daily reminder that heaven is watching over you and that you are deeply loved. We will see each other in the next encounter, where we will continue to discover the secrets of creation to live in divine harmony. May the peace of the Virgin Mary rest upon you, upon your door, and upon every corner of your beautiful and sacred home. You have done well to listen, and now you will see the fruits of your faith growing stronger with every single passing day. As the video comes to a close, keep that feeling of freshness and security that has flooded your being during this final prayer of power. The rue plant you have chosen is already an instrument of the divine will, so that nothing is lacking and nothing ever harms you. Walk through your house with your head held high, knowing that the King of Kings and His Mother have placed their mercy on you. May the peace of Christ, which surpasses all we can imagine, guard your thoughts and your actions in absolute holiness always. We will meet again very soon in a new revelation to continue building this army of light that does not stop for anything. I bless your going out, I bless your coming in, I bless your table, and I bless every dream you keep in your faithful heart. Go in peace with the certainty that your home is now an impenetrable lighthouse of light in the midst of the world's heavy darkness. May the Holy Virgin cover you with her mantle today, tomorrow, and during every day of your blessed and protected existence. Thank you for being part of this channel and for allowing the Word of God and the Virgin to transform your reality from your door. It has been an honor to guide you in this process of protection with sacred plants, a wisdom that now belongs to you forever. Remember, what you put on your door this week is the sign of your spiritual victory and your absolute trust in the Creator's love. May the light of the Virgin Mary illuminate every one of your steps, and may her blessing accompany every decision you make today. We will see each other in the next video, where we will continue to discover heaven's secrets to live in total victory over evil. Until then, stay under the protection of the angels and the powerful intercession of our Heavenly Mother, who never, ever leaves us alone. Amen. Amen. And may the glory of God shine in your home from this very instant and for all eternity to come. Your journey of protection has officially begun, and the results will be as beautiful as the faith you carry. The authority of this message does not come from my own voice, but from the fruits these teachings have borne worldwide. It is no coincidence that throughout the centuries, the apparitions of the Virgin Mary have been accompanied by instructions. These messages often include the use of nature for our spiritual protection against the growing darkness of the secular world. When we talk about placing a plant at your door, we are following a tradition that has saved homes from despair. I have received letters from people who, after applying these simple counsels, saw inexplicable illnesses leave their houses forever. Faith, when combined with the elements that God Himself placed on the earth for our service, becomes an invincible weapon. You are about to become part of this great chain of living testimonies that prove heaven never leaves us truly helpless. Therefore, it is fundamental that you pay close attention to every detail of how to activate this sacred shield today. This is the moment to reclaim the spiritual authority over your household and everything that resides within your sacred walls. I want to share with you the story of a young father who felt oppressed by debts and constant fights in his home. He told us that he felt his main door was like a sieve where all the bad news and ill will entered. One day, with great humility, he placed the sacred plant at his entrance and said the prayer we share here today. By the next morning, he felt a mental clarity he hadn't had in years, allowing him to solve a legal conflict. Testimonies like this are proof that when we act with faith, the spiritual world responds immediately and forcefully in our favor. The peace he experienced was not something temporary, but a deep transformation of the vibration surrounding his entire family. He is just one of many who have found in Marian wisdom the key to closing doors to evil and opening them. His story reminds us that no matter how difficult the situation seems, there is always a way back to the light. You are next in line to experience this shift, provided you open your heart to the instructions being given right now. Sometimes we wonder why some homes seem to radiate light while others feel heavy and dark, even with good people. The answer usually lies at the threshold, that contact point where the energy of the outside world tries to enter your sanctuary. The saints have always warned us that the enemy seeks the smallest cracks to sow discord and steal our inner joy. By placing the plant seal on your door, you are sending a clear signal to the forces of darkness in the world. This territory has been reclaimed for the light, and no shadow has the right to cross this line without divine permission. It is not a superstition, it is an alignment with the laws of creation that the Virgin has reminded us of recently. Thousands of people in this community have already experienced what it means to sleep with the security of a guarded home. Your faith is the ingredient that activates this process, transforming a simple plant into a high-level spiritual sentinel for you. This is the shield that will keep your family safe during the turbulent times that the prophecies have clearly foretold. The importance of acting before the weekends lies in the fact that we are crossing a special window of grace. There are moments in the spiritual calendar where our actions carry much more weight and blessings settle with more strength. The plant at your door will be the vessel for this divine energy we are invoking together in this great community. Do not let doubt or laziness prevent you from performing this small act of devotion that has eternal repercussions for you. Imagine the peace of knowing that whatever happens outside, inside your home reigns a frequency of peace that nothing can disturb. This is the promise the Virgin makes to us through her humble messengers. If we care for the sacred, it cares. You are about to see how the problems that used to keep you awake at night begin to dissolve before the light. The timing is perfect, and the tools are in your hands, so take this opportunity to seal your home forever today. You are being guided by a motherly love that wants nothing more than your total safety and spiritual prosperity. Every time someone in our community shares their testimony, the power of this video multiplies and reaches hearts losing hope. That is why I encourage you to return here after placing your plant to tell us how your life has changed. The emotional connection we generate by supporting each other is what makes this channel a refuge for so many tired souls. We are living the fulfillment of ancient prophecies that spoke of a time when the faithful would unite through nature. The protection of the Virgin knows no borders or time limits, and today that protection is being physically installed where you live. Feel the strength of the thousands of brothers and sisters who, at this very moment, are visualizing their doors sealed tight. There is no darkness that can prevail against a community that joins in prayer and uses the gifts of the earth. Your contribution to this field of faith is vital, as every protected home adds to the total light of our world. Stay strong in your resolve, for the results of your obedience will be visible to everyone who enters your house. We are reaching the final stages of this video, and the energy of the blessing is reaching its highest intensity now. Make sure you are completely present, putting aside any distractions, because what we say next is the closing of the circle. The sacred plant is already prepared in the spiritual plane to serve you. It only needs your physical step of action. In the next part, we will enter the final climax with the most powerful prayer of all, kept for the very end. Prepare to experience a sensation of relief and freshness that will flood every room of your house like never before today. Heaven is smiling at your decision to protect what is sacred, and the Virgin Mary extends her mantle over your door. Keep your faith firm, because the best part of this revelation is about to be delivered directly to your heart very soon. You have been patient, and now you will be rewarded with a peace that the world simply cannot understand or give. The transition to your new life of security is almost complete, and the light is leading the way forward. Finally, take a breath and feel how the air entering your lungs is already different, purer, and charged with divine light. We are closing the gap between what you desired and what is now a protected reality by the Mother's holy mantle. The sacred plant is your ally, your shield, and your reminder that heaven has a personal interest in your great happiness. In the next and last part, we will perform the definitive prayer, the one that allows no chain to remain unbroken. Do not move, do not change the video, because the total climax and the final blessing are about to be poured out. You have come this far for a powerful reason, and it is time to receive the prize for your unwavering faith today. Your house already shines in the spiritual plane like a diamond of light in the midst of the world's deep shadows. Everything is ready, the stage is set, and the Virgin Mary is waiting to give you the last embrace of protection. Prepare your spirit for the final seal, for your life will never be the same after this divine encounter. The moment of truth has arrived in your life, and there is no turning back after hearing this direct call from heaven. The sacred plant you will place on your door is much more than a simple botanical element. It is a covenant of light. The Virgin has revealed that, in times of great confusion, only those who have sealed their homes will be preserved from anguish. Feel in this instant how the frequency of this message begins to vibrate in your hands and heart with a new force. The intensity of what we are experiencing here is unlike anything you have encountered before on other spiritual platforms online. It is a fire that consumes doubt and installs an unbreakable certainty in the soul of the one who decides to obey. The prophecy is clear. The threshold of your house will be the limit where chaos ends and God's absolute peace begins today. Before this week ends, your physical reality will align with this eternal promise that has been kept specifically for you now. Believe with all your heart, for the spiritual world is reacting to your decision to protect your family and your future. It is fundamental that when you place the rue or the sacred plant at your entrance, you do it with authority from faith. Do not do it with fear, because fear is the door that darkness uses to weaken our defenses and steal our inner calm. Do it with the security of a child of God who claims what belongs to their family by right of divine redemption. The Virgin Mary is by your side at this very moment, guiding your hands so that the seal of protection is perfect. Many have waited years for a sign like this, but you have it right before your eyes in this providential and unique video. The intensity of our connection at this point is what guarantees that the blessing materializes in your home very quickly. Every word we utter together is building a wall of fire around your possessions, your children, and your deepest dreams today. Do not let anything distract you, because we are touching the most sensitive fibers of the spiritual world for your own benefit. Your house is being transformed into an impenetrable fortress while you listen and prepare your heart for the final act. The final part of the prophecy warns us that the outside world will continue its course of noise, but your house will be an oasis. There is a special grace reserved for those who not only listen but put into practice the teachings the Mother gives us. The plant on your door will act as a magnet for guardian angels who will recognize your home as a consecrated territory. This is the intensity of Marian devotion, a total surrender that receives in return a protection the human mind cannot grasp. Imagine the relief of crossing your door every day and feeling that you leave behind all the burdens and envies of the world. That is the transformation we are activating today with this revelation about sacred plants and the power of pure, holy intention. Your home becomes a lighthouse for your neighborhood, even if no one else knows the secret you keep at your entrance. Keep vibrating in this frequency of power, because what comes next is the definitive seal that you have been waiting to receive. You are the chosen guardian of this light, and the heavens are supporting your every move toward this new peace. As we reach this peak of spiritual tension, I can feel how many of you are experiencing chills of hope and healing. Do not be afraid. It is simply the cleansing that the Virgin is performing in your environment while you prepare your soul. The climax of this video is the total surrender of your problems to the intercession of the Queen of all creation today. What will happen in the next few minutes will be remembered by you as the day your house changed owners for good. It no longer belongs to chance or bad luck. It now belongs to the divine plan of protection and prosperity for the faithful. The sacred plant is ready to be the silent witness to the miracles that will begin to happen in your living room. Prepare yourself for a discharge of peace that will flood your senses and give you back the joy of living without weight. We are seconds away from closing the circle and giving you the master key so your door is impassable to all evil. The light is pulsing within this message, reaching out to touch the very foundations of the place where you live. Remember that the consistency in caring for your sacred plant will be a reflection of the consistency in your daily prayer life. It is not an act for just one day, but a new way of living in harmony with nature and with God our Father. The prophecy says that in homes where sacred plant life is respected, bread and health will never be lacking for the just. You are entering an alliance that has protected saints and the humble during millennia of invisible and silent spiritual battles. Feel the strength of the community surrounding you in this video, thousands of people putting their faith in the same point. That unity is what makes our petitions heard with priority in the celestial courts that watch over us with infinite love. Your door is about to receive the name Door of Blessing, thanks to your obedience and your love for the Virgin Mary. Stay in this posture of maximum reception, because the intensity of the closing will lift us all toward a new dimension. You are not just watching a video, you are participating in a spiritual shift that will guard your lineage for years. Finally, breathe once more and feel how the air entering your lungs is already different, purer, and charged with divine light now. We are closing the gap between what you once desired and what is now a reality, protected by the Mother's holy mantle. The sacred plant is your ally, your shield, and your reminder that heaven has a personal interest in your complete happiness. In the next and final part, we will perform the definitive prayer, the one that allows no chain to remain unbroken today. Do not move, do not change the video, because the total climax and the final blessing are about to be poured out. You have come this far for a powerful reason, and it is time to receive the prize for your unwavering faith today. Your house already shines in the spiritual plane like a diamond of light in the midst of the world's deep shadows. Everything is ready, the stage is set, and the Virgin Mary is waiting to give you the last embrace of protection. The power is here, the grace is available, and your home is about to be sealed under the Most High authority. I want you to hold on to this feeling of power and sacredness as we prepare to transition into the final moments of prayer. You have proven your commitment by staying focused, and that focus is exactly what the spiritual realm requires for manifestation. The plant you place will be the physical anchor for the immense energy we have generated together in this session of faith. Soon, the name of the specific blessing and the final words of power will be released to cover your entire household. Every room, every hallway, and every person under your roof will feel the shift as soon as the prayer is completed. This is the moment where the old ends and the new protected life begins for you and all your loved ones. The Virgin's mantle is hovering over your rooftop, waiting for the final word to settle and provide the security you seek. Keep your eyes on the light. Keep your heart in a state of gratitude and get ready for the grand finale. The spiritual barrier is being raised, and you are the one holding the key to lock out the darkness forever. We have reached the most sacred moment of this encounter, the instant where heaven opens to bless your home permanently. I ask you, if possible, to stand near your front door or simply close your eyes while imagining that threshold vividly. We are going to perform the prayer that breaks chains and activates the power of the sacred plant for this week. Holy Mother, Queen of Creation, we ask you to bless this roux and every natural element we place today as faith. Feel the golden light descending from above, sealing the frames of your door and purifying the air of your sanctuary. We declare that in this house, only light, health, and divine prosperity dwell under the constant shield of your mantle. This prayer is not just words, it is a decree of spiritual authority that changes your physical reality right here and now. Your home is no longer vulnerable to the outside world. but a territory reclaimed by the grace of the Almighty God. Let this frequency of protection settle into the very foundation of your house and into the hearts of your loved ones. Continue in this state of grace, feeling the weight you once carried dissolve before the presence of the Virgin Mary. Bless, Lord, the hands of the one who places this protection, and may their faith be the strongest shield against evil. Visualize the sacred plant radiating an emerald green energy that floods every room, cleaning every corner of your home. May every member of this family be preserved in their going out and coming in, and may angels camp at this portal. The intensity of this moment is the gift heaven prepared for you for remaining faithful until the end of this video. There is no longer room for fear, because where there is faith and obedience to the Mother, darkness has no power. You have reclaimed your home for the kingdom of God, and from this second, the laws of divine protection are operating. Stay in silence for a few more seconds, allowing this blessing to settle into the walls and the soul of your family. The spiritual seal is now active, and the peace that surpasses all understanding is beginning to flow through your hallways. The prophecy is fulfilled today in your life. Homes marked with faith and the remedies of heaven will be true oases. Do not allow doubt to return to your mind once this video ends, for the seal has already been placed on you. Remember that the sacred plant is a living being that responds to your intention and the love you provide to it daily. It will be your spiritual alarm and your purification filter, working tirelessly so that harmony is the only queen here. This is the peace that the world cannot give, but that the Virgin Mary grants generously to her most humble children. I congratulate you for taking this brave step and for trusting the ancient wisdom that nature offers under Marian guidance. Your door is no longer just wood or metal. It is now a portal of blessing that will attract great miracles soon. The heavens celebrate with you this spiritual victory you have obtained through prayer and the opening of your heart. You are a beacon of light for those around you, and your home is the living proof of God's mercy. I want to remind you that this journey of protection does not end here. It is just the beginning for your family. Many of you have felt the call to deepen this knowledge and to take this harmony to much higher levels of healing. Every day that you care for your plant and offer a prayer, you are strengthening the invisible walls of your fortress. This path of light requires your constant attention and your willingness to remain in a state of gratitude and holy peace. The secrets of the plants are just one part of the immense treasury of grace that the Mother has for the faithful. Continue to seek the light in every action you take and every word you speak within the walls of your protected home. Your consistency will be rewarded with a stability that you have never experienced before in your personal or financial life. The Virgin Mary is walking with you, teaching you how to maintain the flame of faith burning bright in your heart. You have been chosen to lead your family toward a future of security and divine favor that will never fade. Thank you deeply for sharing these minutes of revelation with me and the thousands of brothers who form this community. Your presence is fundamental for this light to continue expanding and reaching the darkest corners where hope has died out. Do not forget to subscribe and activate all notifications so the Virgin can continue speaking to you through our future messages. Share this video with that special person you know needs a miracle in their home. Be the messenger of peace for them. Remember to place your sacred plant before the weekends, and you will see how the paths open in unexpected ways. I will be reading your testimonies in the comments, celebrating every grace that heaven pours out over your door and life. You are a beloved child of the Mother, and her protection will be your shadow and your guide in every single step. Go forth with the certainty that you are guarded by the highest powers of heaven and that no evil can touch you. Your life is now a testament to the power of faith and the beauty of following the divine instructions of nature. As the video comes to a close, keep that feeling of freshness and security that has flooded you during this final prayer. The rue or the plant you have chosen is already an instrument of divine will, so that nothing is ever lacking for you. Walk through your house with your head held high, knowing that the King of Kings and his mother have looked upon you. May the peace of Christ, which surpasses everything we can imagine, guard your thoughts and actions in absolute holiness always. We will meet very soon in a new revelation to continue building this army of light that does not stop for anything. I bless your going out, I bless your coming in, I bless your table, and I bless every dream in your faithful heart. Go in peace with the certainty that your home is now an impenetrable lighthouse in the midst of the world's darkness. May the Holy Virgin cover you with her mantle today, tomorrow, and during every day of your blessed and protected life. You are safe, you are loved, and you are officially under the direct protection of the Queen of Heaven and Earth. Thank you for being part of this channel and for allowing the Word of God and the Virgin to transform your reality today. It has been an honor to guide you in this process of protection with sacred plants, a wisdom that now belongs to you. Remember, what you put on your door this week is the sign of your spiritual victory and your trust in the Creator. May the light of the Virgin Mary illuminate every one of your steps, and may her blessing accompany every single choice. We will see each other in the next video, where we will continue to discover heaven's secrets to live in total victory. Until then, stay under the protection of the angels and the powerful intercession of our Mother, who never leaves us. Amen, amen. And may the glory of God shine in your home from this very instant and for all eternity to come. Your home is a sanctuary, your heart is a temple, and your door is a seal of light that no one can break. May the grace of the Lord be with you always, providing everything you need to live in peace and joy.